Hey,
Hey, Fallout fam. Welcome back once again. It's time for the third round of Radiation Kings podcast. We're just keeping it real tonight, and almost the whole team, or at least as many people as I think that we've had on one podcast so far, are here. So without further ado, we'll go around and do our little round of intros. So first off, my name's Sharon. You can reach me at Sharon is Karen on Twitter and Instagram. And whoever wants to go next can go next, and we'll just wing it.
Lucas.
My name is Fallout Universe. You can reach me on Instagram at Fallout Universe, or on YouTube at Fallout Universe, or on Twitch at Fallout Universe.
Creativity abounds.
alright, so I'm Fallout Lore. You can reach me at Fallout Lore on Twitch and Instagram. So yeah. Logan?
We're just pointing fingers now.
Okay, I'm the Enclave, a Soldier's Tale.
He's the
On Instagram, you can follow me there. There's underscores between every single one,
Oh, so many
so you'll probably get
underscores.
sick of underscores by the time this is over.
Yeah.
I'm already sick of underscores.
And you can either call me McLovin or Logan.
Shimapon?
That's right.
Or nah?
No, I'm here.
We have a special guest. He's going to be with us in spirit here. Francesco, you want to go?
Yeah, okay.
No,
Go. Go.
I'm Shimapon. I'm Shimapon on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
Yay!
Yay! I said something. Oh my god! All right, bye guys.
This is such an honor.
Oh,
Alrighty, guys. I am Francesco. On Instagram, you can follow me at Fallout Archives. And also, our friend, Mikey Mike, Papa Hellfire, at Enclave Hellfire. He wanted us to tell y'all that he's sorry he could not make it. He's got some family plans. But, yeah. So, he loves y'all. And, yeah, we're good to go.
well, we don't love him back, so we'll
No, we don't. We don't.
He loves all of you.
Yeah.
He would urge you to watch his other YouTube channel if he were here, but
He
he's
would.
not, and I
He
don't know
would.
the name of his channel, so we'll continue.
I'm pretty
it's
sure
Hellfire
it's
Mike.
like
I think it's Enclave Mike or something like that.
It's like Hellfire,
It's Hellfire Mike,
or
isn't
Yeah,
it?
Hellfire Mike.
Oh well,
yeah.
don't watch it. Watch us instead. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna jump right into our question of the day, and we have a real special treat for you guys because it's actually a question this time. So our question of the day is going to be: if you could be a character, and not act a character, but if you could physically be a character in any television series that's ever existed, which series would it be, and why would you be in that series? I guess I'll go first, because I came up with a question. I was sort of thinking about it. Well, today I was doing a little bit of Netflix. I mean, who doesn't like to Netflix in their downtime? I know
Very
I
nice,
sure
very nice.
do. It's
Netflix and chill.
some nice
Yeah.
mind-numbingness. But one of
Netflix
my
and chill.
favorite things to watch on Netflix, which I used to be more into, I mean, I'm still into it, but I just decided, oh, you know what the hell, I haven't watched in a while, so I'll catch up a little bit, is American Horror Story. I love it. I love it. I'll admit that I think it is an excellent show.
That's a good choice.
And it's crazy because I really like how every season it's kind of like it's always the same sort of unique, twisted story. Like they have the same kind of storytelling style, but it's always usually mostly the same actors, but completely different characters every series. And I think that's pretty cool. So that would be, as of right now, the television show that I would want to be a character in. And I feel like I'd put myself in that show because I'd want to see sort of what would happen to me, like what they would do to me if I was a character, because everyone has their own sort of like tragic twist who's on that show. No one ever has a perfectly happy ending. They go through a lot of trials and tribulations. So I just think it would be interesting, I guess, with my personality type, sort of what they'd make of that, what we'd have to work with. So I would want to be cast in American Horror Story.
pretty nice.
Have a very
Pretty cool.
horrible fate.
Hopefully, we can only
Always
keep our
kill all
fingers
three of the
crossed.
characters.
We just go in the same order we introduced ourselves, so I guess like Lucas could go next.
All right, I'll go.
Yeah, I was gonna
If
say that.
if I was in any cast in any TV show, I would want to be in Doctor Who
Oh, that's a good pick.
for obvious
Ooh.
reasons.
Very nice.
Obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Obvious.
obvious reasons.
Would you like to
Elaborate on the
on those?
obviousness.
I mean, it's Doctor Who. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Who would
That's
not
not a
want to be
proper
in that
defense.
show? That's all that I need.
All right. Well,
Fair
I'd
enough.
probably pick The Big Bang Theory just because
Yes.
it's hella funny, and I think it would just be funny
Bang
just to
Penny.
hang out with very funny, with just a group of nerds and
Kooky
just
bunch of characters.
chill out. Yeah, just
It's like the TV version of us, but if we were all like geniuses.
No,
what do you mean? We're all
that is not the
all
TV
right.
version of me.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty solid. Who's next? I forget the order we were going in.
Like representative.
It was me. Say if
Sounds
I
like
could be
someone
in a
has a
TV
black hole on
show,
their screen.
I would be in. I would have to say probably. I can't even
Right.
like, Star Wars, the little Star Wars
Damn
one,
straight. The Star Wars one?
little Star Wars, the Clone Wars one. I love
Oh,
that damn.
we were
series.
just talking
I know,
about
like,
that the other day.
broke the canon of Star Wars and all that, but I just like that series. I think it's badass.
That series really kicked ass. Those were like my Saturday mornings when I was in like second, third grade. Whatever it ran for. I know I was in second grade, definitely for one of it. I don't know if it ran after that.
So
but
like last year.
hard
Yeah.
show. I guess. Whatever floats your boat.
Watch them on Netflix and stuff. So
Wait, it's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been watching
the new one, not the old fashioned
Oh, the stupid 3D
right,
animation
yeah.
one?
one.
I don't like that. I'm not about
Yeah,
that.
the animated one. And
It's
I,
awesome. What are you
I don't know.
talking
I thought I know everyone thinks it's stupid and it breaks
It's
the lore,
fantastic.
but I just like that. I think it's badass.
I
Doesn't
thought
break
you were
the lore.
talking
It's
about
like
the one
100%
who,
lore.
I thought you were talking about the one that the dude who did Samurai Jack did. That was like the cartoon one.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
the cartoon
yes.
one.
That one was art. I mean,
Yeah.
not the 3D animated one, the one that was 2D
Oh, yeah.
animation.
Oh no,
You didn't like
no.
that?
that one.
Yeah, talking about the three. I like both of them, but I'm talking about the 3D animated one because I
Right.
just like the
The
characters.
one they did on
created.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah, the 3D animated one
They were both
has
by
more
Cartoon Network.
character
Yeah, no,
development, I'd
Ezra, I
say.
remember. Yeah, because I would have been like fourth or fifth grade. I don't remember when that. Yeah, I was still in elementary school whenever that came out. I think, but yeah, no, I know.
I was.
That's the
like,
one that I like. I remember that.
It was good. I mean, I don't want to pass judgment because I haven't really watched the new 3D one, so I don't know. I could be missing a whole new world
You are.
of amazing stuff.
It's if you like Star Wars fans like argue that it breaks the lore and shit, but oh well, lore
I
now.
don't think it does. George Lucas made it, so how? How can it even break the lore?
It can't break the lore any more than the
I'll
first
explain that
episode
later.
did. Can't break the lore any more
I know
than Jar
the
Jar
whole
Binks
like
did.
the whole whatever that place is called that they went to like halfway through it. That was like
Mandalore?
super. No, not Mandalore. Mandalore is a real planet. Not a real planet, but a real planet.
Real Star
thing.
Wars planet.
Well, yeah, but it was dead in the series. It's technically
that
dead.
huge,
They
like-
brought it back.
Prism thing that was in the middle of space that they went to. Anyway,
Citadel.
You
about
you
Fallout.
talking about that? You talking about that place from the Guardians
Back
of
to
the
Fallout
Galaxy?
now.
Anyway, well, no, we're not yet done with everybody's the
Yeah,
things they want to be in.
Shiva got to go next.
She, would you like
Yeah,
to join
I
in
meant
the
like back to
merriment?
lore.
Oh, do I have to?
If you
Yeah.
don't want to, you don't
Come
have
on.
to.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Battlestar Galactica.
Ooh.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
be a Viper pilot,
Ooh.
Okay.
and I die like immediately because yeah, that would be my luck.
All right.
I've always thought that though, like whenever
she's honest.
whenever you're watching a series and it's like science fiction, they're having like a huge aerial battle and like ships are flying by and there's just explosions left and right. I always think like, wouldn't it suck to be the one person who like the ship immediately leaves the hangar and just for dramatic effect it blows the fuck up? It's
That
like,
would be me.
that would really suck. Like it's in Halo 2, you immediately drop out and it's like and blows to pieces, and it's like, well, sucks for those 50 guys inside of that ship. They're all dead now. Anyway,
Oh.
Francesco, I believe the floor is yours.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so I give it a little bit of thought. I think I would do Dexter.
Ooh, you gonna get murdered?
Well,
You're gonna
I don't
Or
know
do you want to
whether
be
I-
Dexter?
Or you're gonna be
no.
murdering.
No, I wouldn't want to be Dexter. No, I mean, honestly, I'd probably want to be a part of the police force. Honestly, I think that'd be pretty cool. It always seemed like a pretty cool office to work out of, as far as the department goes. So I think I would. Yeah, I think I'd be in Dexter. But I don't know. I'd probably help the dude because I mean, hell, half the time he's killing pedophiles and
Scum.
Yeah. So I'm just I mean,
Raider
I'd probably
scum.
yeah. So I think Dexter would be my choice.
Say, isn't that like the plot of the show? He kills murderers.
Well, yeah. I mean,
So-
yeah, more or less. Yeah. I mean, he is legitimately a sociopath. Yes. But I
Then
mean,
He's a
again,
good
who's
one.
not?
but he's
Good
he does
sociopath.
Yeah.
he got not to spoil the show for anybody, but he got implemented like a moral code behind it, and throughout the series, he kind of struggles whether that moral code still holds up in his life. But yeah, there's definitely a moral code. He goes after people who, when you're like, oh yeah, I hope that guy gets what's coming to him. He kind of gives what's coming to the people. So yeah, I mean, yeah, more or less.
Does he just sit there all angsty in a dark room with a glass of whiskey, just like, my wife is dead? Is his wife dead? Is his wife dead? Tell me
Oh
she's
God,
dead.
I'm not
Don't
I'm
spoil
not
it.
going into that. I'm not going into that.
That means
I
yes.
can't-
That means his
I
wife
can't
is
give
dead.
you the
Yes,
Just
yes.
watch the show. It's great. I ran through it when it was off of Showtime. I ran through it again on Netflix in 2 weeks. It's 8 seasons, and I binge watched it. I mean, it's a great show. So I mean, I recommend
Nice.
anybody who hasn't seen it to go. If you're old enough to handle that kind of content, well, I mean, honestly, let's be honest.
To all
Some
of the
people-
12-year-olds in our audience,
some people
right
in the
now.
community, yeah. I mean, I would recommend not watching it just because I think you're probably a little bit too young to.
If you're 5 years old and
enjoy.
watching this, go watch Dexter right now.
I've heard some of the younger members of our
Yes.
community say some pretty
Right.
awful things.
Yeah, and so I mean, granted,
Psych.
with how everything is, yeah,
No
you
name
could probably
dropping.
do it. But I would recommend not doing it, but definitely check it out when you're able to handle it. I
Older.
guess.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Think we can move on now. Everybody's got their TV fantasies out of their systems. So you guys know what time it is. It's time to hear what grinds your gears. What are we bitching about today? Who's starting us off? What's really awful in the
I
world?
assumed it was going to be the same order, but I don't know.
I don't need
Really,
to do
it's
that.
just an open
It's just
floor.
somebody brings something up and then we talk about it.
It's just a gladiatorial pit. You just throw
All
something.
right.
and
So
everyone
something that
slaughters
kind
it.
of annoys me is when the when the inside of the building is much bigger than the outside of the building in Fallout or kind of the same games because it kind of you look at the little house and the little shack and then the thing on the inside is super huge and you're like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Why am I doing this? And it kind of breaks the immersion sometimes for me. But that's just
It's a TARDIS,
I was
obviously.
just
I was,
about to
I was
say,
literally about to
I
say
make
what
the
I
same
think they're doing
complaint
is
about
crossing over
British police
the
boxes.
stories there.
yeah. I'm sure that's what they were thinking of when they made every single building in Fallout.
There is a mod though, isn't there? There's a Doctor Who
Yeah.
mod.
There is.
It looked pretty
Star Wars, Doctor Who's.
The TARDIS is a random encounter in the
in
first game.
Fallout. Oh, in the first
Yeah, I
one?
remember that. That was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
I thought it was the second. I'll have to look out for that. I've been playing the first one on and off. It's beautiful.
I never got that encounter though.
Um,
Rare.
I left Vault 13.
My brother
and that was,
got it,
the
but-
first thing I got.
What?
Did you
Yeah.
weep tears of joy?
I would have.
Almost. I was too stupid to figure out how to screen cap at the time, so I was like, damn it.
Oh God.
I'm the worst.
It's
Take a
okay though.
potato
I had to
picture.
look that up yesterday and then tell Jack today.
Yeah.
We all have moments of weakness. But okay, valid complaint, I guess. It's just you'd wish that maybe professional developers. It's like if a modder does it, it's one thing, but if your buildings are going to look one way on the outside and then be just a whole massive kingdom on the inside,
Yeah.
I could see that being
Yeah.
a little irritating.
Yeah, like the one followers outpost.
Oh wait, you're right.
Oh my
that
god.
one was really dumb.
Yeah, it was.
All right, because I have another thing that really grinds my gears, but I don't know if I just want to
Excellent.
keep dominating it.
Do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Free side thugs. Like the scripting, the scripting is so like
annoying.
terrible.
They're awesome.
And if you're armed with a knife or a pool cue, why would you charge some guy with a giant laser rifle or a
You're
rocket
carrying like a
launcher?
fat man on
They're
your
all-
shoulder, and they're
They're
like,
all
"Give me all your
jetted
money."
up, bro.
This could just be a discussion on Raiders in general. I
Yeah.
will
All
say
jetted up.
something that grinds my gears though, and I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. But I was saying, I mean, guys, I'm so sorry. Sue me if I said this in our first podcast, but I was really upset by the change in A, the Raiders, and B, the robots' voices from Fallout 3 to New Vegas. I feel
don't
like
think
the robot
yeah,
voices were so much funnier and like more aggressive in Fallout 3, and then they made them like really high pitched in New Vegas, and I was kind of like,
Okay.
whatever. Yeah, that's just like, hey, and this is just like little nitpicky stuff. And I was just like, oh, whatever.
This is us basically just being a bunch of bitches about everything.
But that's why we made this segment. So I mean,
Yeah.
It's who we are.
we've got to use it to its extent.
So does grind my gears necessarily have to be Fallout themed?
No.
No,
Okay.
Nope.
So I
Good.
hate when you get a Coke, right? And it says like share with a friend, and you're by yourself.
And you don't have any
you
friends.
don't, and you just
I got
Fucking hate that. Like I feel I immediately my split thought goes like, what am I doing right now? Like maybe I should go cry in the shower in the fetal position because like this isn't worth it. I
We're
mean that's,
alone.
dude.
That's
I got
where
a Coke,
go
and
with
it says share a Diet Coke with a VIP. So,
Where
yeah.
are you at, man?
What is this
Lord.
marketing plot? What is
Yeah.
this commercialization of my soft drink? Share it with a
I
VIP.
drink way too much of it.
Coke is delicious.
Anyway,
but yeah,
so that-
no, dude, lawsuit.
I like how they
Lawsuit that
have
shit.
weird names though on them.
If you can sue McDonald's for giving you coffee that happens to be too hot, then I'm sure that you can sue Coca-Cola for making you feel lonely and and upset.
pain, suffering.
You find yourself a good enough lawyer, and you got yourself a lot of money on your hands.
Oh yeah.
Duly noted. Duly noted.
But what? I don't even think that would be like an easy case, though. I don't know what lawyer would want to take that, because do you really want to be known as the lawyer who represented the guy who got butthurt over a Coca-Cola thing?
Hey, lawyers don't care.
Yeah, as long as they
You be paying
Yes,
big money for that case.
And depending on who the lawyer is, depending on how good the practice is, he's probably. I mean, depending on who it is, he might be prone to be like, all right, fuck it, yeah, let's do it.
I think it really just all depends, like, how ridiculously blown out of the water it's going to
Yeah.
be in the media. Because if it gets a ton of media attention because it's that stupid,
Oh shit!
then
yeah.
it's just like, I guess it's what
It's
could we call
worth it
that?
because it's all self-advertising.
It's like the
regardless.
Donald
I mean,
Trump effect. It's like you say some crazy, offensive, or just ridiculous or shit, then
Hey,
then you'll get all
let's
the media
not-
attention.
Let's not break into politics. Let's just.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
we'll
not
leave
breaking
that.
into politics,
Okay,
I'm just throwing
no,
it out
Guys,
and Grant-
hash it out in the comments. What's your political view? No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
there.
God.
No, we all knew Trump even before he even, did anything.
Right, let's be
politically.
honest. He's not a politician.
Affiliated.
He's a businessman.
No, he was always like that. I mean, shit, like TV show that ran for. It's.
Hey.
I don't know, is it still running? Is The Apprentice still
The
running?
Celebrity Apprentice thing? Oh,
Yeah, is
God.
it still running? Yeah, no,
I think
'cause
so.
I remember back in high school, like my freshman year, when I took a fucking business principles class, they were like, "Yeah, let's watch The
Go
Apprentice.
watch
This will
Celebrity
teach you
Apprentice."
shit." Like, I'm like, what? No, it has nothing to do. Yeah, but no, I mean, he's always been prone to stuff like that. So, like, anybody who's a prominent figure of getting any kind of attention, yeah, are you kidding me? Yeah, they're gonna take every opportunity to get their name out there. So, I mean, that's just how that works.
It's given. It is a given. All right.
But anyway,
You guys think we should read some fan comments?
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Hey, just so you know, I don't have any pulled up right now, so y'all can.
That's good. I got it.
Oh.
So,
Yo, we should do a thing. You know how they do like mean tweets? Like different people will do that.
Oh, yes.
We should do that, but instead of mean tweets, like all the random stuff, like things people comment on our stuff that makes us really mad that we talk about
Oh
in
my
the
God.
chat. We should just do
I
that.
have so many.
This sounds diabolical.
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
That
all
sounds
right,
like a
we
bad
should-
idea.
But we
Y'all
also
wanna-
just announced on our podcast that we would do this if
Just
we
take-
ever do it in the future.
Just take dumps on
Okay.
everybody.
Yep.
Everybody will be like, I wonder who this is. These...
Oh man.
Just
Throwing
explicitly
shade.
name all of them.
Oh wait, it's the people who always start shit in the Fallout Instagram community.
We're looking at you.
Of course.
You know who you are.
It's the people that pretend that they're
Yeah.
women.
Damn
Well
it,
worth it.
that's
Oh god.
Oh god. Yeah.
A
and
day
then,
of merriment.
Hey guys, what we were just talking about, like beforehand, like what I did last night. Yeah, I'm just saying the profile pic. I think it's working. I'm not gonna lie.
Get
do.
followed.
You do what you gotta do, man. You do what you
I
gotta
know,
do.
right?
What did
Working
you
for
do?
you.
I go take a look at it. Like I'm not gonna change it for a little while. I'll probably keep it like that just because Mike was like, "Yeah, do it, dude." And I was
Oh
like,
my
"All right,
God.
fine."
No, you totally have to keep it up.
I know, right? Like it works. I think it works.
It just works.
It just
right?
works.
Okay. All
Just
right.
works.
So there it is, guys. By the time this gets uploaded, I'll keep it up so y'all can go check that out if you have not seen it yet.
Beautiful. Fallout Archives, everyone.
That's gonna be our favorite Fallout quote from 2015. Like it's gonna be the new "War never changes." It just works.
It just works. It just works.
Okay, guys, I got a good question.
Oh, well then.
I got a good question from I just got a text from my uncle because I gave my family a heads up like, hey, I know you guys are just coming back from getting food, but try not to like walk through my door and talk at me because I'm going to be recording. Got a text message, yo, let me know the name of your podcast so I can check it out from my
Do
uncle.
it.
So I'll have to
Do
let
it.
him know.
Self-advertise.
You know, anything.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
His job is advertising, so you know. Well, we have a question here from Sunset Sarsaparilla CEO. You all know him and love him.
Okay.
I have no idea what it
Good,
is.
good, decent account. And that's Sunset _.
Damn it.
Sarsaparilla _ CEO. If you don't
CEO.
know how to spell Sarsaparilla, look it up. 'cause I
Literally no
certainly
idea what that
didn't.
is.
But it is an account. And
Say,
they have
I think
two
almost everyone
questions.
follows them except you.
They have two questions.
I only
will
follow
read
the
both of
good
them.
accounts. I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Sorry. Keep going.
First question.
Oh my.
What do you think will be your favorite modded weapon? And I guess this could be just from what we've seen so far.
Okay.
My favorite like current modded weapon, or what
No,
modded
what
weapon?
will be, so in
Like-
regards to Fallout 4.
So
like-
what we've seen.
Maybe
Like,
like a scope. Like,
trailer stuff?
yeah, I guess. I'd probably say I'm gonna really love like the new laser rifle that they rolled out, and you can put like bayonets and things on
Are we
it.
talking about modification, like weapon modifications, or
modifications.
mods?
I'm assuming
No,
weapon
no.
modification.
Weapon
Weapon
modification.
modifications, I'm assuming, because they're
Yeah.
talking about Fallout 4 with the
Yeah.
two questions they have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think mine would be, just because I really like the plasma rifle, I use that a lot, and I saw that there are limitless things you can do with the plasma rifle. I'm going to mod myself like plasma sniper rifle thing going
Okay.
on. That's gonna be in my loadout, so I'll think that'll be my favorite.
Plasma's gonna move so slow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a snail moving across the screen, and the guy's gonna be already moved.
You know, there's the accelerator. That was a mod in New Vegas. Who says
True.
that's not going to reappear?
True. Very true.
Say, for me personally, I'm probably gonna use a plasma shotgun and a laser musket.
Oh yeah, I knew you'd
Bayonet
say
on
the laser musket.
I feel like that's gonna be like a super early game weapon, so people are like, "Oh yeah, laser musket," and then
Yeah.
like 10 minutes later, they're gonna be like, "Oh, forget this."
The new hunting
There's
rifle.
a Gauss musket. Oh
My
my god,
I will
that
be
was
using
amazing.
it. I hope somebody makes a plasma musket. That'd be badass.
That would be pretty cool.
Or I will make it my damn self.
Well, it's like when you think about it in the first place, like what qualifies it as a musket? Is it the fact that it's one shot and then you have to do a
Yeah.
lengthy reload and then use it again? Then
Yes.
isn't
Yeah.
the Gauss rifle technically just a glorified musket?
Isn't any weapon that reloads once
I
A
guess.
glorified
a
musket.
musket?
Could be.
I think it's going to be something different. I think it's not going to be quite that simple.
Well, you do have to like crank it up. So I mean,
I
Crank
think
it
that's
up.
Yeah.
that's what it refers to, because like muskets worked on like how much gunpowder you put in them to
right?
determine how powerful your shot it was. So
Because there are
I think-
plenty of modern single-shot rifles.
I think how much you crank it is going to determine how much power that it has, and that's what makes it a musket.
Okay.
And the fact that it also took like 5 minutes of your life to reload a musket in the middle of battle, if you were going
Better-
as fast as you could.
Better be very powerful, or else it's going to be a terrible weapon.
Or else that Deathclaw's running at you and you're shit out of luck.
Yeah, it's going to get destroyed.
I will use it regardless, just to put the bayonet on it. So you
Yeah,
can find like
that's
maybe
really
an old fashioned, like Revolutionary War styled outfit, and just hide behind corners and just charge people as they run by. Like, oh, Raiders, charge it! It's gonna attack me. Well, not anymore.
Now you can just charge people on your own. Cool.
And something I was thinking about just now was that I know like people don't want multiplayer or whatever, but like I think it would be a really cool idea for like to just have like a zone PvP like Fallout style, where you can like any weapon you want and armor from the game, and like you just PvP against random people.
Just like a free for all.
Fallout style.
That
yeah,
would be
just-
really sick. I think
or like an even larger map. So it's and then there's like you start out with like basic supplies, and it's like a larger map, and it's kind of like the Hunger Games but Fallout. And so there's like you start with basic supplies,
that'd
but
be
then
so
there's
cool.
lootable stuff across the map.
Okay.
And like the last
Okay.
person alive wins.
there was someone
You,
made
like,
a
do it in the
Minecraft
glow
version of Hunger
area?
Games, right? There's I think there's like a
Yeah.
map that you can download where it's just like you drop out of the sky into like a pool of water, and then it's just random items scattered around. I was never a huge Minecraft player, but some of my friends were.
Oh yeah,
and
they do that.
Oh, no,
they do
yeah,
Minecraft
there's-
all the time, but I just think that would be awesome in Fallout.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be what, like kind of like Dust, where resources are really scarce, but it's like with other players in it too.
I was thinking more quick than that, not like a survival like DayZ kind of thing, but more like quick, like
Maybe smaller map or
Like,
something.
like there's a time
Well-
limit or something, or but it's like whoever's last alive.
I think we
Yeah.
talked about this in like if it was in a podcast or not, but we were like it would be really cool if Fallout ever did a pseudo multiplayer thing. If it's like you could have a small condensed map like Boulder City or Good Springs, and maybe you'd spawn with like certain weapons and they'd be more balanced, so one isn't gonna like be incredibly better than
Right.
another, so everyone will rush for just that one.
Yeah.
And like I don't really want a multiplayer game, but I just think that would be a cool idea.
But like yeah, like a player versus player thing.
Or
Maybe
have it,
there'll
like,
be
where
mods.
Definitely.
Everyone starts in the glow area of Boston, and then they have to try to either make
and
it
then
out of the
dies
glow.
immediately.
So like, yeah,
Like you
yeah,
have
because
nothing,
like
so
you have
just
your
immediate
Deathclaws
radiation
there,
explosion
your
which
rad
down.
scorpions.
That would be cool. Anybody else for modded weapons before I read the second half of Sunset Sarsaparilla CEO's question? Or I guess second question, not second half.
I guess go ahead and just read the second question.
All
Yeah.
right. So what mob or enemy scares you the most in Fallout 4 that we've seen so far? And there are a couple which are pretty terrifying, if not just like skeevy.
Well, of course, the new Deathclaw, that they actually made
Yeah.
it look scary
Ghouls.
this time. And yeah, ghouls.
Don't
I think
forget
the new look plus the new mechanic is gonna make them pretty creepy.
the crawling
Yeah.
through walls definitely sounds terrifying.
Yeah, that sounds pretty scary.
Like they just spill out of a little hole like ants.
Ugh.
Ants.
Not
Also,
gonna lie.
let's
Mine
not
is the
overlook
blood bug.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
blood bug.
Yeah, the blood bug. I think that was the most prominent to me because I mean,
I
shit,
could do Deathclaws and Mylurk Queens.
Makes
Not
you think about
blood
needles.
bugs. That
Like
just sounds disgusting.
Ew.
if you're at all skeeved out
Yeah.
by needles, you're gonna want to stay away from them.
Gross.
It's just,
All right,
Yeah.
good question.
Kind of makes me wonder if the kill animation for that is like 40 of them charge you and they suck the life out of you or something.
God.
Yeah,
They just
that'd
turn
be-
shriveled and gray.
You
Yeah.
go into like a swamp area
Yeah.
of the map, and they're just everywhere.
Skaters.
Square feet.
That'd be
Skeeter.
cool if they like,
Skaters.
if like, and there are swamp areas and the water's all murky and they like come out of the water.
Ugh.
You see them hatch.
I wouldn't put it past Bethesda if they're gonna have ghouls crawling out of like.
No, I meant like
sewer
blood
grids.
bugs.
No, I know, but I'm saying
Oh.
I wouldn't put it past them making a similar mechanic for other enemies like they have
Yeah.
for the ghouls. Of just, like, crawling
Yeah.
out of dark places. I could see it. I mean, wait, because the Deathclaw, we saw, it will crawl up out from under the street at certain times, right? That was in
Yeah.
some of the gameplay videos. Like, just pushing
that
the
was
grate out
Especially when
everywhere.
you're in Concord.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool. Good question. Again, that was Sunset Sarsaparilla CEO. Does anybody else who has any fan comments or questions want to go now?
Yeah, sure. I got one. Well, this is just kind of a quickie. What are you going to name your first settlement you build?
We already answered this question.
We did.
Last time.
in a
I already
different-
did this
in a
question
different
this week.
podcast?
Yeah, I think we've talked about that.
All right. Well, I
Sorry
got it.
about
But
that.
okay, wait. For you though, just I guess since you asked the question, go ahead and answer what you would name.
Oh well, shit. Probably. I was thinking something because I kind of want to make mine like feel like homey as possible. I kind of like the rustic feel. I don't know how much customization there is going to be in the buildings and such, but I was probably. Yeah, I was probably gonna name something like Redwood or something kind of along the lines of you'd see like that like it would be like a touristy name of a mountain city kind of thing.
You're a
or
little
mountain
east to be
town.
naming your town Redwood, don't you think?
Yeah,
Maybe he's a prospector out from the west. I just had a
yeah.
crazy idea.
What's up?
What if you made New Vegas? What if you made a settlement and you completely modeled it after like the Strip to like every detail that you could replicate it, and you just called it New Vegas?
I don't think the plots of land are that big.
Well, as much as you could do with one plot of
Yeah.
land, because
You
if
just
you can
get
do a
this-
whole town, then it could be big enough.
You just get this like decrepit old man to like stand out front of your town, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the new Mr. House welcomes you."
Our all-powerful overlord Newhouse
New house.
welcomes you.
Mr. Newhouse.
Let's find a synonym for house. This is Mr. Apartment.
Mr. Apartment.
Mr. Hotel.
You didn't know any off the top of your head.
That'd be a pretty cool name, actually.
Mr.
Mr. Hotel.
Apartment? Okay.
No, Mr. Hotel.
Mr. Apartment.
I'm like, Mr. Apartment's not a
Hotel.
cool name. Mr. Hotel
Mr.
sounds like it could be
Duplex.
something.
Mr. Bungalow.
Mr. Bungalow. That would be an
Mr.
interesting character.
Mr. Condo.
Mr. Double Wide
He's like
trailer.
the super
Double
super
wide.
thug version. He's
Yeah.
like black and has like chains, Mr. Condo.
It made me think of like the
Mr.
Great
Condo.
Khans, but like if you're
Yeah.
like, oh, those Great Khans though. You know?
Mr.
Oh, that Great
Condo.
Condo. All right. Who was that question from, by the way?
Oh,
Jack.
AJ Wilson _19.
Thank you, AJ Wilson _19.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I guess
Appreciate
unless anybody else who hasn't stated a question yet has one, I could just read another one off of mine. I've got a fair amount of comments now on my picture.
I've got some
guess
more, but
so.
I've already gone. So.
Oh, I've got a story. Someone posted a story.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
glad.
boy.
Ooh.
Right
Ew.
underneath last question I read is healthy doses of Fallout. That's healthy _
Oh, God.
doses _
I follow
of
that
underscore Fallout. He's a good man. So, healthy doses of Fallout says, so me and Cass were just doing indulging. So we're just doing indulging in Netflix and chill. It was going pretty fucking good. Then midway, I gave her that look, and then a Deathclaw jumped out the window. I wasn't afraid because I had my handy-dandy Chinese pistol. I used that, and it said I had a 99% chance to hit it, so I started shooting. ... I missed. But fortunately, the bullet bounced off the wall, then dog meat, killing the Deathjaw. Not Deathclaw, Deathjaw.
Deathjaw.
Just in case you were... It was Deathjaw from the start. Killing the Deathjaw. Thanks to my bow, Bowie came out and spit his fire mixtape, killing all of us because the flames were so strong podcast material.
Wow.
Oh, thank you, healthy doses of Fallout.
That is dank.
That was
Pretty good. I
I
like
have
it.
to make a little comment
That was
for that
awesome.
at some point and put it out on my page. Or maybe we'll feature
Billy-
it on the next podcast.
Billy needs to be in the new NWA movie.
I wish. He could do the new soundtrack for Southpaw if it wasn't already in theaters.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Get up there with Eminem.
Is it good? Have you seen Southpaw yet?
I have not seen it, but it looks really good.
I really
I
wanna
like
go.
Jake Gyllenhaal a lot. I mean, whether it's being a cop who sees his best friend die before his eyes, or if it's a cowboy who questions his sexuality in a mountain in Montana range, he's never let me down.
What?
It's
Only
okay,
a
man.
few. Only a few will get it.
I got you, man.
And I'm not elaborating.
That reminds me of that one Family Guy song.
Oh yeah, that's probably the movie that inspired that Family Guy song.
Yeah, it probably is.
Beautiful though. Thank you so much, Healthy
Alright.
Doses of Fallout. We got Fire Mixtape, Death Jaws, Chinese Pistols. You got all your
Jaws.
Got everything
staples
you
there,
need for a cast.
and cast too. That was just for you, Francesco. Jack, you got another one to throw at us?
Yeah, I was just looking through, but then I also just thought of this one, and that I saw it was asked on Reddit lately, so it was not from the page, but it was like, what do you think since Boston, is on the water kind of thing, it's got water around, what do you think is going to be the role of the oceans?
Role of the oceans in a Fallout game?
Okay.
Yeah,
I know-
if you think it's going to have any new things that they haven't revealed
Right.
yet.
So
New
I-
enemies, probably.
I kind of thought about that. Yeah, like I know the new enemies, but as far as like the climate goes, like I think it'd be really cool if they kind of had like an active climate. So
They do have the
say-
weather.
Right, yeah. So, like, I don't know. I mean, Boston also, I don't know if there's going to be, like, I doubt there's going to be, like, a time progression in the world or anything like that. But,
That'd be difficult to
I-
implement, I think.
right, yeah, especially in a Fallout game. But I think it would be cool if there was some kind, like a random event where, I mean, granted, Boston's up north, so it's like, it's snowy as shit. And, like,
Hopefully they have
there's
seasons.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so my dad lives in Michigan, so there's lake effect snow, so like body of water, and it implements like
Oh, true.
the drasticness of everything.
I think
so,
that has
and-
something to do with the radioactive rain.
Yeah, so I think it would be really cool if they kind of, if it being that close to that much water kind of had an impact on the weather and the climate as far as the rain, if there is snow in it, that'd be kind of cool. But I mean, granted, that one, I guess that one's going to be a pleasant surprise, whichever way that that
I think it's going to be a clever way
Clever girl.
a clever way to like make the map boundary as opposed to like Skyrim. Oh, put a mountain here.
Yeah.
I think like because there's actually an ocean there, it'll be a very like nice way to border the
limit
map
the
because
map.
you could just make it go on for a while, so people
Right.
will never swim out there because there's like you can't see anything out there. So what's the point of swimming out there?
Sort of like how GTA is that way.
Yeah, GTA. Yeah, I immediately.
But
thought
you know,
of
if one
GTA
thing,
back
if one thing's true about Fallout games, we know that nobody likes an invisible wall.
Yeah.
then. right,
buddy.
True.
No.
Fuck invisible walls.
You can go
We
anywhere.
don't want any
anyway.
more of that, Bethesda. Especially if it's a chest-high wall that you aren't able of scaling.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing behind it. There have been too
that
many
is so
games that
annoying.
have followed that dubious path.
Cough, cough, fences in Minecraft.
If I had to throw out one thing about having sort of how oceans would play into it, I could totally see aquatic enemies. They have them in Skyrim. I could see them having them in Fallout 4. Whereas if you go
I think-
into a big body of water, not like Mirelurks where they swim but they can't attack you in water, they can just really awkwardly grope you and swim alongside you. Awkwardly. If you've ever seen that happen with Dogmeat or one of your followers, I know when I had Sharon following me in Fallout 3 and we went towards Arafu and I accidentally pushed him off of the overpass to look down to only see
Accidentally.
to only see like 5 Mirelurks kind of just riding up on him, and he was just doing that weird back and forth front paddle back paddle.
Let's be honest. I think
Definitely
we've all
amusing, but-
accidentally killed Sharon once in a while.
He wasn't
'cause,
dead, but I couldn't get him out of the water because he was vigorously rubbing these Mirelurks with a passion. So that was my experience.
All right.
Funny,
Messed
but
up.
not super realistic. So I could see like maybe a fish or an eel or like some kind of purely aquatic enemy or mob, if you will, in Fallout 4 that would attack you if you go into waters that are too deep.
All right, that's
I'm
cool.
wondering because of course there's going to be the vertibirds, and we don't know how they're going to implement that. And also, Boston has like three rivers, I believe, that three major rivers that kind of go in, and there's kind of it reaches all into one little where all the peninsulas meet, and they're all just the city center and that kind of thing. Do you think they might have boats? It's kind of stretching it, of course, but they introduced vertibirds, which is a moving vehicle we haven't seen kind of thing before. Well, except with the cars and older Fallouts, but that's far away. So I was thinking maybe they might do some sort of boat system. That I was wondering, because there is a lot of rivers that we're going to have to cross.
That would be cool, even if it's just like, remember, I don't know if any of you guys recall or any of you watching who follow him, but Enclave Hellfire and a couple other people posted the secret behind the railway systems in the presidential metro in Fallout 3 being just a character model with a special hat that would run quickly.
Run really fast.
I don't know if they do the same for a boat, but I think having some sort of, even if it's just simply a moving platform that you and maybe companions or other people can walk on and maybe fire at people on land, I think that would make for a pretty awesome game mechanic. I would love that.
I think
it's just like
I think they'd probably implement like a ferry system. I mean, as far as like a controllable, movable boat, like I don't know about
I don't
that.
think they'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like a
ferry
ferry, well,
the
no,
kinds that fly around and grant wishes.
yeah, magical wonders and all that shit. But no, but seriously, like not like the riverboat landing, like Point Lookout style.
Sleep on
but,
this cot and you will instantly
yeah, but like I feel like that's probably more in line of what would be, I don't know, as far as the lore and everything goes. Maybe I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
think it's more of a lore thing. I just think that maybe like the mechanics in Fallout 3.
Yeah, they just don't usually do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, seeing from what we've seen in game trailers, and then I guess just going off of like Skyrim having horses and like dragons that you could fly, I think that it wouldn't be too far-fetched to see that maybe we could get a lot more interesting game mechanics like that, like a boat or a train or aquatic enemies or anything.
That would
like
be cool if there was a train.
It would be cool. Making me think of Red Dead again, getting all nostalgic.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, that's exactly what my mind went to.
Nostalgia.
That was beautiful. Okay, think we're good for another question. I've got some that are pretty good. It's gonna be hard choosing just one, but I think we should maybe just limit it to one, just for time constraints and to be fair. But I've got a question from definitely a pretty loyal follower, pretty good with commenting, pretty constructive things, and just overall on some of my posts. We have Cheshire Wink. Cheshire _ Wink.
The famous.
Definitely.
One and only.
One and only. And his question that I think I'm going to touch on, because I think it could be a pretty dividing issue. He writes, do you think the tech used in the games, the Fallout series, should continue to progress organically, as it does in real life, or do you think that the Fallout games should just stick with the same tech throughout the whole series? I think that's a pretty cool question, because you think of, are we actually getting to the point where maybe we've been in the nuclear holocaust for so long that society is beginning to sort of reclaim the wasteland, or no, we can't have that. We have to just be like Fallout purists, where technology can't progress. It needs to just be everyone constantly backwoods, fucked over forever.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think that's a good question, because who is making new technology?
NCR.
Yeah,
The
there's not.
Enclave-
NCR isn't
NCR is-
making anything.
Well, they're restarting it. They're starting to reclaim the
Tech
technology
could be
that
anything.
was lost.
Like when you think about it, it's like reutilizing tech from the old world, like the dam, or creating like new agricultural technology and settlements, as they do. As we know, the OSI was focused on that in New Vegas.
Yeah.
Enclave is always making new technology. Brotherhood is always working on improving and building new technology. And we have the Institute, which is like the biggest builder of new technology in the whole wasteland. So I don't think it's too far-fetched or just not really adequate of a question.
I think I see where the divide is. Okay, so not necessarily the developing of like from scratch new technology. I feel like it's more taking, the old world, tools and technology that we had then, and then modifying and adapting them to the new current situation that would be considered, the progression.
But they already do that.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm saying, like, with that being said, okay, do you count making your own power armor out of all these different, like, pieces into a new technology, or do you not?
It's the same technology, though.
It's the same technology,
what I'm
but
seeing is
It's just
like,
reclaiming it. It's just reclaiming the technology.
Old World Blues, the entire DLC, is already reinforcing that idea. 2, Helios 1 is a fantastic example.
Right.
I mean, they're already doing that situationally, so, I mean, it's not a question of if that's going to happen, it's already happening.
Right.
But I don't think that they're going to, like, now all of a sudden in Fallout 4 going to have, like, crazy technology that I think it's still going to be... I think they're going to continue to make the games where it's situational, it's not going to be anything huge, although Old World Blues was pretty big and they had a lot of crazy stuff, but it didn't, like, spread anywhere.
But that was
It's
all
not
old world tech,
That's
too.
not widespread across the entire game, and I don't think they're going to do that because that's not what people want in a Fallout game. I mean, that might be cool and all, but that's not really what people look for in the games.
I think more what like Cheshire Wink was saying, and again, it's like I feel like the people who are just like hardcore Fallout fans wouldn't want this, but more like you look at Fallout 1, where there's, other than the Brotherhood of Steel, there's really no major factions. I guess you could say the Mutant Army is too, but it's purely just every man for himself, survival of the fittest, and it's like everyone's still reeling from this horrible nuclear conflict to where maybe 100 years, 200 years, 300 years down the line, society has started to reclaim the world, and now there's cities and settlements, and it's less sort of a fight for survival, and it's more of like the world is now starting to be reclaimed in the aftermath of this like nuclear holocaust. So sort of like, I mean, I guess you could compare it to the way, like in Red Dead, they were like, oh, it's still sort of the cowboy era, but at the same time, the cowboy era is dying off because now there's like more like state law enforcement instead of just like maybe sheriffs, and like the government is starting to reach. So sort of like now that like the NCR is a big faction and like the Brotherhood has grown and expanded more, like are we going to start seeing a move away from just like this horrible hostile wasteland to more like cities, societies, bigger populations, something like that?
I think the thing that makes it hard to judge, even put everything aside, I think the thing that makes it hard to judge on the Boston area is because, one, the Boston area hasn't really been touched on too much in the previous games or the lore, and then also, I mean, honestly, we really don't know what the Institute was capable of like whether they, if they kept scientists and they passed that down and then they like kept progressing and reinventing. So like I feel like the location of this new place is probably what separates that from all the other reoccurring factors that we just discussed, just because we don't know at this time point.
Right.
But I mean, who's to say? Like, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, like Universe, you're right. Like, yeah, I completely agree and see where you're going with that. But also, I feel like this new location, it really hasn't been touched. And I mean, yeah, the Institute is known by what we know as this great technologically, quote unquote advanced faction, I guess that you can say. But I mean, yeah, I feel like there's not enough info to really flesh that out like we're trying to do right now.
I don't think that Bethesda would ever, like, if we're talking maybe 3 or 4, like, however in the distant future, like 3 or 4 Fallout games from Fallout 4, I don't think that it's going to evolve from, like, Fallout to, like, GTA or something, where suddenly you're not out in the... Because that's, like...
I hope not. I hope not.
It goes from... I mean, the Fallout fans... Like, Bethesda wouldn't do that with the lore, and Fallout fans wouldn't really tolerate that. So no matter how much time passes, I don't think it's going to be where society has perfectly reclaimed the world, and there's no more... Because that's just not what Fallout is.
I don't think they're going to...
While technology may advance, and there may be new society, or new factions that are more technologically advanced, I don't think it's ever going to to come to a point where
Mm-mm.
they're masters of their environment anymore. Where
And
it's
like
not
I was
still,
saying,
like
with the
survival.
whole like situational thing, I think that it's going to work the same way in Fallout 4 with the Institute, because I don't think the Institute is like, oh yeah, free technology for everybody, yay, human improvement. I think it's going to be
And they're probably not living
that's
like
when
kings.
going to be
anymore.
more like larger power struggles. Is what I feel is going to be in the game is the like control of technology and spread of it. And so I feel like it's going to be again kind of the same thing as in Fallout New Vegas. It's going to be very situational, very specific to certain locations.
Okay, well, good question,
As
Cheshire.
opposed to like
Definitely a lot
now
of food
every
for
settlement
thought.
has a nuclear reactor at their center and can
Right.
power anything that they want to.
We have healthcare now, and also a postal system and municipal waste management. I don't think it's ever going to get to that point, but regardless, really good question, Cheshire Wink. Definitely got me thinking. So thank you. And
Thank you, Mike.
that's just about all I got for questions now. So if you've got any,
I'm gonna throw one last thing on that. I think the most we're ever gonna really see in a Fallout game, because if you go too far much, it's no longer gonna be that apocalyptic feel to it.
Right, it's
I
not
think the
far
most they'll
anymore.
ever get to is settlements that are starting to get the basic concept of building their own technology, like more wastelandy weapons, like the original pipe rifles and stuff. Maybe we'll see advancements off of that, like they start making their own versions of assault rifles, own energy weapons, like we see with the laser musket and stuff. I think they'll start that they may emphasize on that more eventually, but will we ever go to like, hey, they're creating completely new technology? No.
Are you guys familiar with the Brazil mod for New Vegas? I
Yeah.
believe it's called.
Yeah,
Like in
yeah.
that
Project
mod, for
Brazil.
example, they're like the NCR has created a primitive version of the internet. So now in the wasteland there is like some sort of internet communication again. So I don't know if a Bethesda
it's
game's
not
ever going
even-
to implement something
No.
as monumental of an advancement or a push forward as that.
I
So.
I don't think that's gonna happen like in the actual
Yeah.
game, like without a mod. Or I hope it wouldn't, because I
Cool
mean,
idea for a mod,
NCR
but
is
yeah.
still because NCR is still expanding its things. They're still
I don't think they really care about internet.
Right,
Yeah.
that would. Do you know how much time
Wow.
that would
Yeah.
take, and how much like new technology? Well,
And
anyway.
I think people could argue that like the new settlement system with like the powered things and stuff is like that kind of thing where they're creating new technology, but I don't really agree with that. I think it's more of like a
Just building a
limitation thing
civilization.
of the previous games. Like I think that was possible before, but they just didn't implement it into the game
they
because
just didn't have
Okay.
of limitations. So that's not necessarily new per se as to what we're talking about, but I think some people will argue that is that kind of thing. I
Yeah,
don't
in all
agree.
the past Fallout games, there were settlements. They didn't show you them being built or like them just appearing. So I think it's cool you're seeing the other side of it. It's like maybe
Yeah.
this is what it looks like when a bunch of villager or just a bunch of wastelanders get together and they're like, let's build a community here. This is a nice spot.
Yeah.
Any other questions before we move on into some FNART?
No, I think we've been pretty questioned.
Pretty questioned out.
Yeah, pretty question. Hey, guys, I do believe it is my time to go ahead and make like a baby and get out of this mother.
Oh, I like that.
I think head
I
out
wasn't
is
sure
the
where you were
gonna
gonna
right
get.
term there. Head out.
Well, I heard it my way. You heard it your way. Texas
It's a
tenant.
baby.
It is whatever.
It'll be
man.
your
Yeah, like
crowning
go ahead.
achievement.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's whatever. But
babies
yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I do believe it's time for me to go ahead and head out. But good luck with the rest of it, guys. Guys, love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and yeah.
All right, I bid you
Catch you on the
adieu.
flip side.
Get out of here, you little
Bye.
lady.
See you guys. Bye. Oh yeah, big shout out to She. Thank you, She, for being on this, and we love you.
And not saying anything.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah.
I'm
she's
trying.
here. That's what counts. We love you.
This is a good sport.
We didn't even
think
get her
about-
opinion on a single one of those questions.
Dude, she's
Well-
sewing. Come on.
She was just
She's
she was
sewing.
so awestruck
She's
by how
busy
well
at-
thought out and constructed our responses were that
See?
we just covered the issue so expansively that there really wasn't much more to say. I mean, come on,
This
guys, what are
podcast is just
you trying to
flawless.
ask her for? You're being
Alrighty, guys.
unreasonable right now. Peace out, bro.
Catch you
Bye.
later. Bye.
All right, and with that, we're going to move on into some FNART. That was a pretty good. That was the longest segment of of comments from our followers that we've had. But I
Yeah.
like it. That was nice. That was really nice, guys. Very nice. Okay, so if you'll turn your eyes to your image-emitting devices, we're going to take
The
a look at
TV?
our first one.
I can't see shit.
Okay, that's cool.
You didn't even add her to the thing.
She does
I don't
not
have her
a,
kick.
uh,
I don't
I
have her
told
kick.
you guys, I don't do kick.
Yeah,
What is
oh,
the
yeah.
point?
Do the kicks.
What are you
Yeah.
trying
We'll
to
just
What?
describe
trying to make
it
me look
you.
bad, Lucas? What are you
I
doing?
didn't know that she said that.
Well,
I remember
she-
There's
now,
no
but I
kicks.
didn't.
She said it, so you're gonna have
We'll
to
just
take it.
describe them to you.
Fucking take it at face value, you know? What are you trying to do? Alright, so this first post we've got right here, if you guys can see it, it's from Jamie Bryce. Jamie Bryce 1. He's the
Jamie
first.
_Price 1.
Jamie Bryce 1. I was gonna say that, don't interrupt me.
I like how you turned the accent
He
on.
got
Jared,
mafia.
you need to charge your phone.
I do.
You're at 20% here, bud.
Actually, no, that's Mike's phone. I'm at 58%. So, hi.
Nice.
I'm at 100.
Jamie Bryce, and it looks like we got ourselves just classic Fallout Enclave trooper. I'm gonna say he's got a laser pistol and a shiv
Combat
of some
knife.
sort, or combat
Yeah.
knife.
I
I
hope-
like it. It's nice.
I'm going to disagree and say that is a skewer and that he was just eating a shish kebab for dinner when he was
yes.
attacked.
Not the
Yeah.
weapon
Oh,
shish
totally.
kebab, boys and girls,
No,
but an
it's an actual shish kebab.
If any of you are only familiar with a Fallout shish kebab, a shish kebab is usually a long rod of metal with various meats and vegetables put
Or
on it.
wood.
Roasted over an open flame, or wood. Roasted over an open flame. It's very popular in Indian culture, Indian cuisine, so go have yourself a shish kebab.
Well, why
That
would he
was
be
our shout out
eating?
to shish kebab.
I believe he's using it as a makeshift weapon here, right? They were surprised. He had it in his hand.
Why
Bam.
would he be eating with this helmet on though? And
Hey.
all of his armor.
Yeah.
We
You know,
don't
yeah.
know enough about Enclave
Yeah, we
technology to presume that there's not an opening.
That
In the
little
armor.
hole could like just slide down at the press of a button, or even voice
That's true.
activated.
The Enclave have
Voice
surprised us
activated.
before with their magical Black Devil power armor.
Black Dever.
Black Devil.
Dever.
I can't speaks today.
The Black Dever.
When
Never.
Timmy Hoover speaks.
Black Devers.
You sound like you've been like chewing tobacco your entire life, so now you have like 3 teeth and you're trying to say devil.
Not
The
my
Black Dever.
True. I'm sorry. But it's okay, I have more teeth now. That's really nice.
I-
I like that, Jamie Bryce.
Yeah, I really like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty
He got the action pose too.
yeah,
He's
like that.
he's either leaning backwards or he's in a very passionate skip to the side. And he
He's
was
sidestepping.
he was caught off guard in his power skips because you know the Enclave have their rigorous training programs.
What
so
I think
he's
is
working
it's
on those
nuclear.
glutes.
It's nuclear winter, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's whited out in the background, so it could be in the middle of a snowstorm.
And the Enclave's got to get their water from somewhere. What I think is really happening is he's outside
Drinking his own
on a
piss.
river, on a lake or something. He's ice skating. All right, this
You're
is the
right.
battle. They got surprised outside. He's carrying a shish kebab on the road with him, and they were crossing this frozen river. Got attacked. Bam, ice skating.
It's common
Well, that'd
knowledge
be cool.
that
Like for a Mylark pops out of the ice. That'd be cool.
an ice alert. It would be. Oh, have you ever seen those pictures on Google Images of when they discovered in the Arctic the furry crabs or lobsters?
Oh yeah.
What if they had Mirelurks that were like that? That would be terrifying. It would be badass at the same time.
That'd be
but
scary.
It would be. But yes, Lucas, that was excellent observation there. You can clearly.
Like your intuition.
Anyone who researches tactical ice skating will know that you can't carry a full-size rifle. You have to carry a sidearm, usually accompanied by an ice pick, or in this case, a shish kebab without the accompanying meat and vegetables on it. So, I'd say very plausible. Ice skating enclave in Fallout 4. Jamie Bryce knows what's up. His uncle probably works at Bethesda.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Jamie Bryce. It was a beautiful picture.
It's convenient that he got attacked like after he finished, so I think that's pretty nice.
Yeah. But
It
you
was-
know,
he-
they're trained super soldiers. They know how to eat on the go.
oh, they eat ice skate and fight.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming he ate it before he started fighting, but very quickly.
We don't know about this Enclave
start
training now, right?
We don't.
Yeah.
Of course, this is all
Really-
speculation, but it's very.
Guys,
secret.
did you know that furry lobster?
Hey, I know a thing about
actual
Enclave
term
training.
for furry lobsters.
I am from the Enclave.
Furries. We won't talk.
You know that?
What's
Yeah.
up about furry lobsters?
That is the actual like term for furry lobsters. Like a lion is called a lion.
The terminology.
A furry lobster is actually called a furry lobster.
The Latin term is actually furious.
No, the Latin term
lobsterio.
is Pelenorellus gundlaki.
I feel like you
Okay.
just randomly
I
I feel like
said
you're
that.
making this shit
Also
up.
known
dude.
as the furry lobster.
If you hadn't said the Goonlaki or whatever at the end, you would have had me because the
That
first
is
part
that is
sounded
that is
convincing.
its scientific name. They're
Okay.
furry lobsters, sometimes called coral lobsters.
Coral lobsters.
It still
Or
sounds like you're
why
making
do you
this up,
know?
dude.
There's no coral in the north where it's snowy. That's the
Yeah.
first. That's the first continuity error there.
It's crazy.
I don't know if I used continuity error correctly.
Lobster.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next fan art picture. Thank you, Jamie Bryce. A lot to think
The
about
best.
that. The second one was sent directly to me from Ghoul City. Ghoul City
Is
is
your
always tuning into the podcast. He's always on our Twitch live streams. So Ghoul City, or should I say Ghoul_City_. Thank you so much, loyal fan. Love that
You're
guy.
the best.
Love him.
Yep.
Basically, want him to have my children.
Yes.
Really strange.
No, maybe. Okay.
No.
What do we
Question
got in
mark?
this picture?
All right, looks like it's a pretty sweet Radiation Kings logo. I like the O is the Fallout kind of O, which I thought that was
beautiful.
pretty cool.
I love it.
I like that.
This is right in
And,
his notebook, so you know that we really hit close to home.
But like the O part is so like light. It looks like it says Ksungs when you first look at it.
Yes,
Just KSNGS.
I like it.
But it's good.
It's nice.
Even if it's radiation ksungs, it's a good looking
Yes.
radiation ksungs.
Yes.
I'd like to check out
Try
their
saying
channel.
that 5
fabulous.
times fast. We got some factions over in the right hand corner too.
Yeah, we do.
I
Those
like
aren't
that.
factions. Those are us.
Those are us.
Those are us? Oh.
Yeah, don't you see it?
I can't
Don't you see
read
the
it
Enclave
too
A
well.
Soldier Tail, Enclave Hellfire, Arcade Ganon, Jaren is Karen.
The two Enclave people in the group are recognized by the Enclave symbol. Me
Yes.
and Archives are represented by the Vault-Tec symbol.
Who's 101? Who's 111? Who's Vault 1?
Mr. Lore.
Mr.
yeah.
Lore. Okay. And what am I skipping on the bottom? And I'm
You're
assuming-
just
you're
yourselves, and then Arcade is represented by. I think Taylor is represented by the one.
But I'm kicking up my leg a little bit. Maybe I'm taking some ice skating lessons from the Enclave.
Yeah, you're taking
practicing.
some cues
And
from
then
the
Arcade
Enclave
is represented by the followers
follower symbol,
of the
yeah.
Apocalypse
Yeah.
symbol.
That's so cool. They're rad. Oh, we're rad, guys.
We are pretty rad, I would have to say.
Oh, that reminds me of that really old video game commercial from like the 80s or whatever, where that kid is singing that song. And he's like, "It's really rad." Have you ever seen that commercial?
Well, that could be any number of commercials
No, I
for
have
video
not.
games.
It,
from the
it was about
80s.
it was about like the SNES or the NES or something like that. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
it was
Maybe when we release this, I will find a video. I will post it.
I'll
that
find
very
it.
one. Okay, take it upon yourself.
Okay.
It's very good. It's very good. I like it. It's simple, but it sends a message, represents all of us. And you know what? It's Radiation Kings fan art, specifically. And I admire that. So, thank you so much. I'm an admirer
Thank
lurk
you.
right now.
I'm admiring
Thank you.
I'm
for-
filled with
Admiring.
admire lurks.
you. That was a terrible pun.
It was.
oh, it was for the Legend of Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda.
Just search "really rad" commercial. It's like the first thing.
I will search it. I will put it in this podcast. I
It's
swear. We will get
hilarious.
copyrighted. We will get sued. I don't care. I will
It's not, I don't
fight
even
it.
think it's from 1987. I don't even think it's
Fight it in the
copyrighted.
court of law if we do. But
It's
thank you so
31
much, Cool
seconds
City.
long.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
I
thank
love
Thank you
it.
so much.
And I think that brings us to just about the end of the podcast, other than the fact that since this is one of our weeks where we're going to be doing our continuing fan fiction, the epic saga of the Radiation Kings and our tomfoolery, our wacky and crazy adventures across the wasteland. We did have a podcast, which was originally supposed to be our second, but ended up getting really screwed up in the audio section, in the audio department. So I'm going to try to be salvaging my story that I read that week and posting it over. So if that does not work, then you will hear simply a re-recorded version of me going over the story with everyone. But if not, enjoy our previous fanfic. And thanks for listening, everybody. Really appreciate
Yep.
it. Another beautiful podcast.
Thanks for being beautiful people on our beautiful podcast.
Be sure to
Thank
follow
you for being
at
wonderful
Polyverse
Wasteland.
on Instagram.
Yeah, let's re-go through our names again. So, because we sort of like half did that last week, except 2 people didn't do it. So, again, my name is Sharon is Karen, Twitter and Instagram.
My name's Fallout Lore on. Oh, took your place, but Fallout Lore on the Twitters and the Instagrams.
Twitters.
The Twitters.
Fallout Universe on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. You know it.
Everything.
Are you on Grindr under Fallout Universe?
You probably already knew me though.
I'm sure.
Okay,
I say I am the Enclave of Soldier's Tale, as usual with underscores, and you can find me on Instagram. That's about it.
Our friend Fallout Archives, he was on earlier. He's on Instagram, and I think just Instagram, if I'm correct. And what about our special guest star?
It's sewing, probably.
If she's
I'm
still
here.
Yeah, you made it. You
Lurking.
made it.
I'm lurking. I'm being a creepy internet stalker.
You
Girl.
deserve an award for bearing through this for so long. But here you are. What's your name, creepy internet stalker girl? Where can we find you?
I'm Shima Pon, and I'm on Instagram, Twitter.
Woo.
Oh, I have YouTube. I'm starting to upload stuff.
Oh,
Try to.
sweet.
Yeah.
That one year, you're gonna upload that video every
That's-
year.
Our channel will follow your channel.
PAWN Pawn. That's how you
Yes.
spell it.
Well, beautiful. And now
Right,
that we've all
Danny.
gotten our names out, I think I want to know. We need like a signature, like see you later, like goodbye. We need like something to say when we're signing off. So how about we just say like we're radiation?
It just works.
We should just end
Yeah,
it
it
with
just
saying
works.
like
It just works.
We don't need that because
I want
it
to say
just
stay rad
works.
or keep rad or like
That
stay rad.
that is like really 80s.
It just works.
But it's like we're the Radiation Kings. We're already rad. People
Listen,
pointed that out a
it
number of
just
times.
works.
It just works.
Works.
Okay, you know what? It just works. Bye,
It
everybody.
just works.
All right, so it's fanfic time. The last one got kind of fucked up. So now we're just going to be recording this separately and adding it to our episode. So that's why you probably just heard everyone stop talking. And now I begin talking. So if you remember from our fan fiction in our first episode, we last left off with our, I don't really know what to call them unfortunate. It's more like brutalized protagonist who had just stumbled out of Fisto's room in the Atomic Wrangler. So now we're going to find out who that unfortunate soul was as we start out our next installment of the Radiation Kings fanfic, so I hope you all enjoy. Francesco burst through the bar doors and fell to his knees, panting wildly, a dull ache beginning to creep through his anus. "Oh, Jesus, my head is killing me," he exclaims. "I feel like I've been hit with a super sledge. What did that stripper put in my whiskey?" "I don't reckon that a super sledge can vibrate at speeds that intense," a gravelly voice scoffed from the shadows. The voice belonged to a ghoul named James, Francesco's partner in crime, who now was leaning against the wall of the Wrangler, gripping his sides in a fit of laughter, a crooked smile spreading across his bacon-textured face. "The hell are you on about?" Francesco snapped back. "It's been a rough night. Now hand over the damn package so we can get it to that Brotherhood chick. We're making bank for this job, and I don't want your crusty mitts soiling the merchandise." Maybe it's best if I hold on to it. Ain't no harm in that," James nervously replied, beads of sweat beginning to crawl from beneath his Confederate head wrap. "What? Hell no," Francesco retorted, snatching the box from James's hand. "The fuck?" Francesco started. "This is lighter than I remember." He tears off the cover to reveal a container with a single sleeve of chocolate chip cookies inside. "You bitch," he hollers. "There were 2 in here." Maybe you miscounted," James yelled back, already sprinting towards the exit gate. "You good-for-nothing pile of trash. Do you know how much this pre-war shit is worth? I'll snap your neck, you irradiated hick," Francesco roared back, now hot in pursuit. The scene cuts to deep inside NCR territory. "Keep moving, slave boy," the shrill cry of a harpy pierces the hot desert air. The harpy is none other than Nicole, queen of the raiders. Strutting proudly down the center of the city street, clad in spikes and leather, sporting a rather large half-naked man on a dog leash who crawled on his hands and knees through the dirt behind her. "I said move," she shrieked, tugging harshly on the chain. "Oh, God, couldn't you be any gentler?" the man whispered angrily. Not a chance, Nicole replied. If you want to make it through this city alive, you'll do exactly as I say. Okay, the man whimpered back in defeat. See, this man was known as Hellfire Mike, a former decorated operative of the Enclave's shock warfare branch. The NCR would likely crucify him Legion style if they caught wind he was within their borders. So our friend Mike struck a deal with the Raider Queen to get him a convincing disguise, because the Raider Queen had diplomatic immunity in NCR country thanks to some shady under-the-table dealings. See, she keeps the local riffraff in line, usually via humiliation when she parades the local gang cronies who have been misbehaving, bound in latex down the main line. This way she asserts her dominance on the Raider food chain, and the NCR military police turn a blind eye to her own sadistic misdemeanors. Although rumor has it the chief commissioner is into that sort of thing, so maybe that's how Nicole wins him over. No one knows for sure. Keep up the pace, dog meat. We got a long way to go, Nicole yelled once more, with another sharp tug. Please stop, Mike grumbled. This thing is starting to chafe. Uh-huh, Nicole coldly replied, showing how little she cared, and the two trudged onwards east, towards New Vegas. Cut to a musty warehouse somewhere in Texas, where two men clad in black combat armor, one with a laser rifle and the other with a plasma rifle and a furry Russian hat, argue about something trivial over a weapons crate. The following is a snippet of their conversation. Why do you wear that hat? Don't you get hot? No, not really. I like this hat. Well, it looks stupid. You look stupid. I look stupid? Yeah, you do, especially holding that laser rifle. What the hell is wrong with laser rifles? They're weak and outdated. That's why plasma weapons were invented, don't you know? Well, at least I can hit what I'm aiming at. Hey, so can I. But I like to see the bad guys go down when I shoot them. Will you two fuckheads get a room? A figure wearing leather armor and a gas mask chides from a corner, nose deep in a big book of science. Shut up, Jack, they chime in together. How about you get off your lazy ass and help us carry this thing? You ladies seem to be doing a fine job yourselves, Jack calls back, turning a page with great concentration and intent. Suddenly, a team of raiders break through the windows, making a mad dash towards the secured crate. Contacts, the plasma wielder shouts, firing off a first shot and subsequently missing. The pair makes short work of the raiders, forcing the stragglers to retreat. The third member, still reading his book intently. Whew, I made short work of those raiders, huh? The one laughed. What are you talking about? I took most of them. Dude, I count two goo piles. Bruh, I count 3 ash piles. One's on the windowsill. Whatever. Jack, move your ass and help us lift this mother onto the Brahmin. Oh, what? Jack says, immediately starting up looking from his book, slamming the big book of science shut just before the latex magazine of scorpion porn can slip through the bottom and be exposed.
Oh my god!
The trio then grabs hold of the secured crate, with a combined effort to hoist it off the ground. Ah, this shit's heavy, one groans. The secured crate then falls to the ground, crashing open so the top pops off, revealing a mixture of pre-war chocolate chip cookies and energy weapons. The fuck is this shit? One of them yells. Are those cookies? Wait. These things are pre-war. You don't know how much money they're worth. Are the Van Graffs funding this? He yells back. Look, all we know is that the Van Graffs want us to take this measly weapons shipment to their Vegas branch. I don't see what's the problem with us making a little extra money on the side, the one responds. You know, there's a Brotherhood contact out west who pays big bucks for this kind of shit. Well, whatever. I've got a bad feeling about this anyway. I just want it to go on record. The three hoist the case onto the Brahmin and start off into the night on their journey west towards Vegas. Little do they know, but all of these parties will soon meet, and their paths will cross, and we'll just have to see what sort of kooky adventures they'll get into next. And thus closes our second installment of the Radiation Kings fanfic. So what'd you guys think?
What the fuck?
That was real good.
The Michael one.
I knew you guys would that.
I don't like anything about a sledgehammer and my butt in the same sentence. And no.
It's okay, dude. You were drunk. You didn't know what was going on. A stripper, she dropped something in your whiskey, remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's nice. At least
That Bill Cosby joke? Is that too soon?
Soon.
You know, she played you. She was probably trying to get a hold of those the cookies you had, but James ate them first.
What a dumb bitch.
Yeah, I sort of improvised the last couple lines, but I thought it was funny that that Universe's character and I were arguing over stupid shit in the beginning, and it just sort of went back and forth, and that's how it ended.
Should have been arguing over like Psycho.
Yeah.
Think it has medicinal purposes.
Good shit. Good shit. All right. Awesome. And yep, that concludes the fanfic. So thank you so much, everybody. We're kind of doing a weird thing where we're in the future now, but we're doing the fanfic for a previous podcast that we did. So I guess we'll sign off now. So you know what? Our some of our equipment is a little faulty. Stuff doesn't come through. We get shitty recordings, but you know, at the end of the day, it just works. It
Not
just
really.
Works. Not really.